just looked at a couple clips of that. I had you guys set up over here. Made it a little difficult to see. So I just finished putting this transmission back together. I'm going to take a couple things off real quick in case I can update the video in edit, or you can give you a little bit better of a view. If the entire trans comes apart out of the bike fully assembled like this, which it usually won't, when I took this apart I was doing it really brutish and really quick. All of the countershaft stuff fell out. So your outer gear fell out. Main shaft typically stays together. I don't remember what else came out with this, but when you're pulling this out of the trans, if the bearings hang up at all, you're going to lose tons of parts inside of the case of the motor, along with all of the little bearings, which is fine. Don't let that bother you. Just make sure you grab all the pieces. The big thing to pay attention to are things like these thrust washers. Usually when they get assembled, they're covered in grease, and they tend to stick to the actual gears. So when you're taking these apart, if you get it out gently and together, speedo drive on the end here. Don't forget there's another one of those little easily lost washers. These go on like so. So end gear will come off. Early ones will have the speedo drive, worm drive. Main shaft comes out. Then onto the shifter forks. In order to get these out, these shift forks are on a shift rod right here. Once the main shaft's out too, this whole gear cluster will also come out with it. Counter shaft will stay in. This is fixed into the bearing on the high gear, so that'll stay. And your shifter forks are kind of floating. You can turn this and try and get these out, but what I like to do is take a little punch, find the hole next to that, and just give it a couple taps and that shift rod should pop out. Once the shift rod is out, a little bit of rotation on these because they do ride in these slots. There's a little top hat roller on here, don't lose those. So here's the shift fork, here's your little top hat. These rollers go on there. Everything on here looks to be in pretty good shape. This is a standard one. They're usually going to be marked with a plus, minus, or STD. And then same thing on the bottom. There's your lower shift fork. Once those are out, whole counter shaft comes out. Everything on here is floating. There's no C-clips or anything on this side. So you got spacer, gear. This goes in towards the cluster. Second gear will fall right out. There's another washer in here. And then the dog's up top. So on the counter shaft, this basically rides at the end of the machine section of the shaft. Gear goes on. That stops that from going any further. Spacer, end gear. I don't know all the terms for these. And then on the counter shaft, you got 4 holes here. 4 females, 4 males. Boom. They lock in. Then you have your speedometer drive gear. I don't remember which gears are which off the top of my head. I gotta think about that and look at it. So there's the counter shaft. Then same thing with the main shaft. This is fixed into the bearing on your main drive. So for reassembly, same deal. Grab your shift fork, drop that in. 4 big ones. Ooh. That one's a little rolled over. Whatever. If I gotta fix that at a later date, we will. What am I doing here? Oh, duh. Alright, counter shaft first. I like taking all these off. It just gives me a lot more room to work. This drive gear will sit right in here. Probably helps if you turn it around the right way, like so. So this, I will set the shifter stuff in first. The gear will just kind of sit there. Then Just kind of lay these in there. Shift fork will go back in. Don't have to go beating on those like crazy at all. Just enough to get them in. Main shaft. A little wiggling goes quite a good ways. Don't forget your washer on the counter shaft, and then the speedo drive gear will go in last. There you have it. Check for, you want close to equal distance in between these on the shifters. This is what the plus minuses are for. I think this one was pretty okay when I looked before. And then your shifter will engage inside the case into this little section. This is what will clock you and rotate the shift plate. So this will walk around on those rollers. But there you have it. Transmission's back assembled to sit and wait until I get the rest of parts back from wherever they are living currently. Well, thanks for watching, YouTube. That is a quick down and dirty transmission rebuild on a XLCH or old Ironhead Sportster. They're all kind of the same. Thanks for watching. Please hit that like or subscribe button. I have no idea when I'm going to be doing anything else with this because I'm waiting on parts that are everywhere. So, thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.